I mean, I was selling as many as 150 homes a year, but, living a great life, and I wanted some wealth. So I started investing in real estate, flipping houses, holding some for rentals. And at 55 years old, I didn't have any rental properties, even though I'd been in the business for a long time. I now have 12 rental properties, and I currently flip around 40 houses a year.
Welcome to the Real Estate Pros Show, where we interview real estate investing professionals from coast to coast, as well as the service providers that serve the real estate investing industry. Our goal is simple: share what's working now to help you improve and scale your business to the next level and meet the pros that can help you get there. Real Estate Pros is powered by Investor Fuel, America's leader in helping real estate investors and professionals build the business you need to live the life you've always dreamed of. Let's start today's show. Property insurance for real estate investors doesn't have to be difficult, but it does need to be there to protect you when you need it. MyInvestorInsurance.com not only provides insurance at 15 to 30% cheaper than traditional agencies, it's built specifically for real estate investors like you. You can set up an account in about 2 minutes, get quotes on properties, turn on and turn off insurance for your fix and flip or rental properties in around 2 minutes without having to talk to anyone directly, all through our portal. There's no better way or faster way to make sure you've got the coverage you need to protect you, and no more lengthy policies either. Once you're set up, you're billed monthly and prorated by the day for however long your policy is active. It's powered by MSI, the third largest independent MGA, with 1.5 million customers and more than $1 billion in cumulative premiums written. Get set up today in about 2 minutes at myinvestorinsurance.com/fuel.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Real Estate Pros podcast. I'm your host, Michelle Kesil. And today I'm joined by someone I'm looking forward to chatting with, Jack May, who is a real estate broker, property manager, as well as investor who focuses on flipping houses. So excited to have you on the show today, Jack.
Thanks for having me.
Of course, I think our listeners are really going to take something away from how you're approaching your real estate company and investment business. So let's dive in. First off, for those who are not yet familiar with you and your world, can you share what your main focus is?
Yes, my main focus, I'll give you a little background. I've been in the real estate business for 33 years, and in the last 7 years or so, I look in the saved, and I'm like, boy, I should really get more into real estate investing than the actual brokerage. I mean, I was selling as many as 150 homes a year, but, living a great life, and I wanted some wealth. So I started investing in real estate, flipping houses, holding some for rentals, and at 55 years old, I didn't have any rental properties, even though I'd been in the business for a long time. I now have 12 rental properties, and I currently flip around 40 houses a year, which also you can make a lot more money flipping a house than you can selling a house on real estate market right now these days. So anyway, it worked out well.
Yeah, absolutely. That's important. And are you only flipping and working in the Kentucky area, or what markets do you serve?
I do. I work out of Louisville, Kentucky. I'm licensed in Indiana. My basic rule of thumb is I will flip or sell or list houses within an hour of Louisville. So it really doesn't matter. I've got some that are 30 miles north of Louisville. I've got some that are 40 miles southwest of Louisville. As long as the deal is good enough. Now, I will tell you, the further I go out, the less work I want to do on that house. It's tough to get contractors, at least the ones you use in the city, to drive a long distance to renovate a home. So I try to stay as close to the city as I can. But if it's an easy flip, if it's just paint and carpet or something like that, I'll buy a little further out.
Yeah, absolutely. What are some of the main keys that have made the difference in allowing your business to be able to grow and to run successfully?
Stop living on an island and join the #1 mastermind in America for professional real estate investors. Investor Fuel is a community of hundreds of the nation's top investors working together to build stronger businesses and better lives. In addition to the amazing community of real estate investors acting as a board of advisors for one another, Investor Fuel members have access to 100% funding on purchase and repairs for our members only, a health insurance program, and benefits and discounts that more than pays for the membership of most of our members, meaning it's actually costing you money to not be a member of Investor Fuel. If you're looking to scale your business and build a business that allows you to live the life of your dreams, please visit investorfuel.com today and book a call with our team.
So the main thing that I want to reiterate to people is network. You've got to meet people and be part of their network. So I belong to the local RIA group, the Real Estate Investors Group here in town. There's 850 members. I joined the board there a few years ago because I wanted to get really involved. And I knew that if I joined that board and I was vocal and helped people, that they would give back. So the networking that I've made with literally 150 wholesalers is fantastic. Now I don't have to go search for that deal, even though I do have my own lead system and I am bringing in business that way. I've got other wholesalers that are sending me deals. So I'm getting texts or emails from these people. Anytime I see a We Buy Houses sign, I'm calling that person just to say, hey, put me on your cash buyers list. And so now I'm getting, like I say, 3, 4, 5 deals a day come across my desk. They're not all what I would purchase, but I can sift through them and make my choice.
Definitely. I think you're spot on with networking and relationships being at the center of this business. They're everything in this space.
Mm-hmm.
You mentioned that you are part of the local organization, but do you have any other networking strategies that you are working with that have made the biggest difference?
I belonged to a BNI group for 25 years. BNI stands for Business Networking International. They've got chapters in every city, and it's a unique networking group because I'm the only real estate professional in that group. There's only one accountant. There's only one attorney and so forth. And we are all like salespeople looking for business for everybody else in the group. So, I'm looking for business for the painter in my group and, the whoever, the marketing director that's in our group. And they likewise are looking for people to give to me, people that need to sell their house, people that need to, for instance, if it's an inherited property, I've bought a lot of properties that way that my group has brought me, just they need to sell fast, for instance, I can help them.
Yeah, that's amazing. It's great to have those people that you can support each other. So I know that you are usually flipping. Are there other investment strategies that you work with as well?
Flipping's the main projects that I'm involved with. Biggest thing that's coming down the road right now here in Kentucky is they recently passed a law, which was House Bill 160, that allows manufactured housing to go anywhere that a stick-built home is currently built, unless it's in a homeowners association that restricts certain, buildings and so forth. But the local governments can't dictate as to where you can put a manufactured home. And the reason obviously is because house prices have gone up so high that home ownership is really hard to attain for some people, and they're trying to make sure that people have the opportunity. So I'm looking at purchasing properties that need to be flipped. For instance, I've got one that was on 5 acres and I'm renovating that house, but I subdivided an acre lot off of that piece of property and I'm putting a manufactured house on that. I'm going to be able to do the whole project for the manufactured house for about $160,000, and I'm hoping to sell it between $200,000 and $225,000. So it's a quick thing. I'm not building it from the ground up, so it's not a 6 or 8 month project. I should be able to get it done in a couple months and make good money on it.
Yeah, absolutely. That's exciting. I know that you've been in this business for a while. Is there anything when it comes to maybe flipping or other sort of investment opportunities that you wish that you knew earlier on in your career that you could share with people now?
If you're looking for consistent, high-quality leads, look no further than Investor Machine. Investor Machine isn't just another agency, it's the most sophisticated, data-driven lead generation company on the planet for real estate investors, and serves the role of being not just a lead generator for your business, but a marketing partner that is helping you achieve your goals along the way. Go to investormachine.com to learn more and schedule a call with our team today.
I would say that the biggest thing is investors don't take into consideration all the things that affect price. It's all in the purchase. You've got to make sure that you purchase the right house at the right price, or you're going to get shelled. Don't fall in love with it just because it's in a particular neighborhood. You want to make sure you got to take into consideration if it's got the real small backyard where kids won't have room to play, or if it's missing a deck or a patio in the back. I mean, people want that sort of thing, and that will affect the price. So there's a lot of things that people don't look at. For instance, if it backs up to a railroad, or if it's got a steep driveway, or if it's on a busy road, all those things affect price. And you really got to learn the market so you can buy it right and know what you're going to be able to sell it for.
Yeah, absolutely. That's important. Thank you for sharing that. What are you most focused on solving or scaling to next in your business?
I would say just making my ROI a lot better. I want to make more per deal. You only got a certain amount of time, so you either got to hire more people, or you need to find a way to make more money off of each deal. I'm very selective, especially in this market, which has shown signs of declining. I went through the 2008 debacle where the real estate market collapsed, and people didn't realize it was happening until it was too late, and they were chasing a falling market. So they lost a lot of those houses. They were using last month's numbers, and they should have been using this month's. It's better to price the house under the market and have there be a bidding war, which will sell higher than the price you've sold it, than it is to price it too high and people not make you any offers. And then the next month you drop the price, but the market's already fallen. And so even though you drop the price, you're not changing your position in the market. So people got to be real careful about what's going on in their community.
Yeah, definitely. That's important. So you mentioned increasing ROI. What does that look like? What action steps would you need to take in order to do that?
I just think it's really studying your market better, building in that extra amount of money that, if you think you're going to make $20,000 on it, throw that number out and look for that number that needs to make you 30 or 35, because you're going to have surprises. There's surprises in every house, that you didn't realize that the crawl space had mold, or that the furnace was not working properly, even though it was 10 years old. It had a cracked heat exchanger or something. So there's different things that, or there were animals in the attic that you didn't know about, and all the insulation had to be taken out and submitted into the property. So there's a lot of surprises that come up, and you have to plan for those, or it's going to affect your bottom line.
Yeah, definitely. So I know that you are also running a brokerage and a rental property management company.
Mm-hmm.
Can you expand on what those roles look like for you?
Yeah, so I've been selling real estate for many years, and I currently am a broker. I hold licenses for 10 other agents under me right now. I have a small staff as well that help with the listings and the marketing and collecting of rents and the property management side. But, the biggest advantage is I've got different buckets of income. So I've got income coming from my flips. I've got income coming from me listing somebody's house and selling it. I've got income from, managing the property for somebody and so forth. And, back in '08 when the market crashed, a lot of people were underwater. And I was like, hey, we can't sell it for the price that you want to sell it for. Let's put a renter in there. And so they treaded water for 2 or 3 or 4 years while we had a renter in there. And then once the market straightened out, they were in a good position to make money with that property instead of lose money. So, and that's kind of what I've been telling some people in this market right now is, and we're not getting the showings that we were getting 6 months ago. So you might want to consider, let's put a renter in there and then try it again in the spring or a year from now. Or if, there's just, you've got to have different exit strategies in order to get the most out of your properties.
Yeah, absolutely. What do you suggest for people to be able to differentiate what that most optimal exit strategy could be?
If you're a new or newer real estate investor looking to launch or grow your real estate investing business, please check out Investor Fuel Club. It's a coaching community, but unlike anything you've ever seen before. And you can actually partner with members of our mastermind from coast to coast on deals right in your market. There's no better opportunity to build a consistent business than to literally partner with pros to help you avoid costly mistakes, avoid the need for capital to do deals, and help you eliminate your fears as you're starting your business. Learn more about Investor Fuel Club at investorfuel.com/club.
You just got to study the market. Don't learn as much as you can. Join your local RIA group. Learn from people that have been in the business a lot longer than you have. I still ask questions quite a bit, even though I've been in the business so long and sold so many houses. I learn stuff every day still. I'm constantly listening to podcasts. I'm constantly going to conventions or seminars in the business and learning more. Listen to some of the audiobooks that are out. There's a lot of great information. Even if you pick up 1 or 2 different ideas off of a book, it's worth it.
Yeah, absolutely. When you're working in your brokerage, are you selling to investors as well, or mostly first-time buyers?
Usually I'm selling a past client's house. I have gone the route back in '08 when the market crashed. I helped one investor purchase 20 or 25 properties, made him a fortune, because he was buying it at the right price. What I have found is it's really tough to work with investors and make a lot of money because stuff sells so fast. You find a house, you go out and see it real quick, and then you call your investor client up and say, hey, I found a great house. And by the time you can get him over there, it's sold to somebody else. So you got to be able to make that decision right then and there. So if he's not willing to go out and just look at houses with you, you're going to lose out. And it's important that you strike when the iron's hot, so to speak, because that's what I do. If I walk in a house and I like it, I'm telling that guy I want it right now. Send me a contract.
Yeah, absolutely. It's important to take action when you're ready. So, what would you suggest to people that are maybe earlier on in their journey with flipping and are looking to grow that side of their business? Is there any sort of advice that you would give them?
I think most people fail because they don't get started. They're too afraid to jump in and do it. You're going to make mistakes, and they say, well, I just want to try this one. Well, guess what? If you lose money on that one, then you've lost money, right? But if you're doing 2 or 3 at the same time, the chances of you losing money on 2 or 3 at the same time are very, very slim. Me, myself, I currently have 16 houses that I'm currently working on in one capacity or another. Either I've got it completed and it's sold on the market, I'm waiting for it to close, or it's under construction right now, or I'm getting ready to buy it, or it's on the market right now. So there's different, because I've got so many going, the chances of me losing money on all of them is slim, and I would say that your biggest asset is to find good contractors. That's the toughest part about flipping houses, is to have contractors that will complete it in a timely manner, complete it at the right cost and the right condition, so.
Yeah, absolutely. That can definitely be a challenge for investors to find the right team. So before we wrap up here, if somebody wants to reach out, connect, learn more about what you're doing, where can people find you and connect with you?
They can email me if they want to, Jack May at mayteamrealtors.com. They can reach me there. I'm on Facebook as well. And always willing to help people. I really enjoy helping people with, I get people out of the blue just call me up and say, hey, can I bounce some ideas off of you? Or I'm new to investing. And, quite frankly, I'm always selling that to people. Hey, do you own or do you rent your house? It's very important that you try to get into home ownership. Then it's, please buy a rental property, because dollar for dollar, it's going to outperform the stock market tremendously. You don't make a lot of money usually in the rents that come in, but the appreciation is tremendous. You only have to put down a certain amount of money, and if you burr it, then you're going to basically buy a piece of property and refinance it and take all your money out, and you've got no money in the deal, and you're making money with it. 3, 4, 5% a year. With little invested. The stock market can't give you that.
Yeah, definitely. Awesome. Well, I appreciate your time and your perspective. Thank you for being here.
Well, thanks for having me.
Of course. And for those listeners that are tuning in, if you got value, make sure you've subscribed. We've got more conversations with operators like Jack who are building real businesses, and we'll see you on the next episode.
Thanks for joining us for today's Real Estate Pros Show. You can learn more about the amazing benefits of the Investor Fuel Mastermind community, including surrounding yourself with hundreds of other rock stars, 100% financing for your deals, and members-only discounts from vendors you're likely already using that, as a member of Investor Fuel, will save you more than the cost of your membership. Visit investorfuel.com to learn more. If you're interested in joining us as a guest of this show, please visit investorfuel.com/pros to apply. You can also check the show notes for access to free resources, how to get access to world-class lead generation, and much more. Don't forget to subscribe so you never miss another episode. Have a great day. We'll see you on the next show.